Hi guys. All right, so I'm going to go over today your lesson for Tuesday. So this is going to be the 12th. Today we have our reading map, so you guys are going to work asynchronous on your lessons, and the only time that you're going to pop into the Zoom with me is when you are doing your reading map test. So make sure you follow along with this video so you know what you're doing for today, and make sure that you get all this done so that you'll be ready to go for Friday when everything is due. So today's math lesson is just a continuation of yesterday, and your silly teacher made a goof. So on your, and I can't change it now that I've already assigned it, so I need you guys to do this for me. Find your math responses, view your assignment. Let me go back to the main one. Or maybe I can, let me see. All right, so your silly teacher went and assigned the same page. So here's what we're gonna do. Happy birthday! Delete Tuesday, because you already did it Monday. Delete Tuesday. You already did it. Miss Snyder is so silly. All right, but here's what I do need you to do. So you don't have that part anymore since you've already done it. What I do need you to do, though, however, if you go to the agenda right here, I don't think if I put this here, I don't think it'll put it on yours, but we'll try. All right, so you're going to finish your week 18 daily math review and submit it on Seesaw. So you're going to go to Seesaw, you're going to go to your activities, you're going to go all the way to your math daily review right here. And there were some problems. Some of them we started together, but we didn't finish. I want you guys to finish, and I want to look at how you do on them. So wherever we left off, whether it was number 3 or number 4, wherever I left off with your group, I want you to go finish those today, and that's going to be your independent work. So for our actual lesson, we're over here in these pages 352, 349 to 352. And I'm going to actually start on page 352. So this is where we left off with from Monday. So we're going to start on number 8. So number 8 says that we have a family and they own an orchard of they're collecting apples. Sorry, can't talk. So let me actually get some more paper here. All right, so I'm going to work here. So we've got an apple orchard, and they're collecting 153 pounds one day. So 153 LBS is how we abbreviate for pounds. Oops, let me move this over so you can see it. So this is one day. And then the very next day, they collect 126 pounds. So I'm going to draw my box. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And this is 126 pounds. LBS stands for pounds. All right, then they're going to take that amount, so all of this, and they're going to divide it equally among 9 containers. Well, I don't know. There's a hidden question in here. I don't know how much this is. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got this amount and this amount, and I want to know the total of it. So I'm going to add 153 plus 126, and I'm going to add that up, and I'm going to see how much they have in all. So 6 and 3, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 1 and 1 is 2. So they have 279 pounds total. So let me go back. So they're dividing this amount, now that I know how much it is, they're going to take that amount and they're going to divide it equally among 9 containers. Okay, so they're taking this amount. I had to put them together to know how much that actually is. And now we're going to divide it, meaning we're going to split it up equally 9 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now I want to know if I'm taking 279 and I'm going to put the same amount here, the same amount here, the same amount here, here, here. All of these amounts are the same. I don't know what they are yet, so I'm just going to put a letter to stand for how many pounds this is in one container. I need to divide this. That's going to be my plan. So I'm trying to find this one container. How much is this? So my plan is going to be to divide 279 divided by the number of, what are these? Containers. The number of containers I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to divide that by 9. And that's going to give me how many apples are in each group. So here's my total. Here's my number of groups. I'm missing the number that goes in each of the groups. So let's solve this out. So I'm going to put 279 divided by 9. I'm going to build my box here. And this time I'm doing groups of 9. All right, so I'm going to ask myself, how many groups of 9 can I make with 2? Well, if I only have 2 of something, I can't make any groups of 9. So 0 groups. 0 times 9 is 0. Subtract that, and I get 2. The 2 that I have remaining, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put it next door. So this number now becomes 27. So now I need to say, or to see how many groups of 9 are there in 27. Well, one group is 9, 2 groups is 18, 3 groups would be 27. So that's my number I'm looking for. So that's 1, 2, 3 groups. So 3 groups goes on top. Then I multiply 3 times 9. 1, 2, 3 is that 27. Subtract. 27 minus 27 is 0, so there's nothing to carry over because that value is nothing. Then I start over. I ask how many groups of 9 are there in 9? 9 is right here, so that's one group. 1 times 9 is 9. Subtract, and I'm left with nothing, so there's no remainder. So my answer is 31, and to make sure that that's my answer, I'm going to multiply 31 times 9. 31 can be broken down into 30 plus 1 times 9. 9 times 3 is 27 with that 1 0. And 9 times 1 is 9. And 270 plus 9 is 279. So if this number here matches my total up here, then I know I divided correctly. So here, how many pounds is in one container? 31. Okay. All right, let's look at another one. Let's look at Zachary. All right, so we have Zachary's family, and they're planning a trip to Washington, D.C. They're going to drive 837 miles from their home to St. Louis, Missouri, and Zachary's dad plans to make this trip in 3 days. All right, so let's stop for a second and let's go back and look at this. The total amount that they're driving is 837. So I'm going to use this space right here. 837 mi miles. He plans to make the trip in 3 days. How many miles should they plan to drive each day if they want to drive the same distance? So when I break this number up, so I'm thinking, okay, this is the total amount. So here's his home, and here's where he's going. He's going 837 miles. I'm picturing that in my head. And I'm picturing all of this is going to be divided by 3 different days. And I know that they want to take the same amount each day, so each of these days I'm going to put D for day. Each of those days is going to have the same number of miles. So my job is to do 837 divided by 3, the 3 days, and that's going to give me how much miles or how many miles they did in one day. So again, I'm starting with my total. I know the number of groups, but I don't know the number in each group. So that's division. Okay, I'm starting with that total. So 837 divided by 3. Make my box. Do my groups of 3. All right, I might need more, but I'm just going to stop there. All right, I've got 8. So I'm thinking, okay, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I have 8, how many groups of 3 can I make? I can make 2 groups. The 2 goes on top. Then I'm going to multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. I subtract. There's 2 left over. The 2 that are left over, I'm going to bring over to this next number. Now I have 23. So that wasn't enough. So I need to keep going. So 18. All right. So I kept going. So 23 is in between these numbers. I have 23, but my next group would be 24, but that's too much. I don't have 24. I only have 23. So I'm going to stop at 21. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 goes on top. Then we multiply. 7 times 3 is 21. We subtract. 23 minus 21 is 2. There's 2 that are left over. So I'm going to bring this up to my next number. And I got 27 now. So I need to make some more groups. So after 24, 25, 26, 27. So 27 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 groups. 9 goes on top. 9 times 3 is 27. Subtract, no remainder. I'm not going to go and say that I'm done until I multiply and check. So 279, you take your answer, multiply it by the 3. So let me find some space here. So that was, what was it, 279 times 3. And we're trying to see if that equals our first number, which was 837. 837. All right, so 200 plus 70 plus 9 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 zeros. 7 times 3 is 21, 1 0. 9 times 3 is 27. Add those up. 600, 210, 27, 7. 0, 1, and 2 is 3, 6, 7, 8. 837, 837. So that checks out. So I know that I multiplied, or I know I divided correctly. So now I can circle my answer. Alrighty. All right. So couple problems I want you to practice. Go ahead, try 8 and 9 and work on those. And then again, remember Miss Snyder is a goof and went and assigned you the same page twice. So again, happy birthday. You're done with that part. We'll take that off. So just make sure you did yesterday's and that you're caught up with those 353 and 354 from yesterday. Then for math, make sure that you go back over that daily review. Some of you have already turned it in, so you might be all caught up, but if not, go back over that daily review and make sure that you have that done. All right, so next we have reading, and reading is in Seesaw. So go back up here to the top and find your reading whole group activities. Oh, I don't want to do that. I have to open mine that I already have. All right, so on Monday, we started talking about historical fiction, and I told you that we were going to read some examples throughout the week. So, this story that you're reading for your independent work, you should have some of these characteristics and things that we talked about that you find in historical fiction. Hopefully, you started to see some of those as you were reading your independent story. So keep referencing back to this and be looking for that evidence from this genre as you're going through. So today we're going to get into more about talking about theme. So theme what theme is it's a lesson or a real world connection that a reader gets from reading a story. So sometimes you're reading something, and the main character in the story will learn a lesson, and the author put it there because they're really wanting you to learn that lesson as well. And so a lot of times it's not like Jimmy learned how to share his toys, or Jimmy learned that money can't buy happiness. It's not really just like stated, like um it's not just like out there for you, like you can't read it and find it in a sentence. A lot of times it's inferred. And so you have to just kind of read, and you just understand from what's going on in the story that that's what the character or that you're supposed to learn. So, what a theme is, it's a life lesson. It's something that the reader can connect to. So again, it's meant to teach you that. So there's going to, the author's going to try to make that connection with you. What it's not is the main idea or a summary of a story. It's not very specific to the story. All right, so some common themes: be prepared, actions speak louder than words, money doesn't buy happiness, practice and persistence pays off, don't wait until the last minute, don't be jealous of others, cheating does not pay off in the end. So there's some. We're going to look at some more. Here's a whole list. Not all advice is good advice. Money doesn't buy happiness. Some of these are repeats. One should always have a backup plan. Differences can bring us together. Hard work eventually pays off. Even when life is at its most difficult, there are always ways to find peace and happiness. It is best to prepare for when you may need something. Helping others brings rewards. A plan is only as good if you can actually complete it. Someone who lies often will not be believed when he or she tells the truth. Doing what you want may be great today, but may not be such a good idea later. Be happy with who you are. So I can think of some books like, uh, excuse me. So like the as I'm reading this, like I can already start thinking of some like picture books and things like that that I've read in the past, where I'm like, oh yeah, that's what they were trying to teach me through this story. So go to the next. Let me see. My little head here is in the way. All right, move out of the way, Miss Snyder. All right, let's go watch. So here we're going to watch this. Actually, I'm going to let you click that and watch on your own so I can keep this video a little bit shorter. So watch this Pixar video. It's called For the Birds. And I want you to write on here what lesson you think the birds learned. So go ahead, get a text box, and you're going to put, I think the birds learned, and then you're going to write what you think that the birds learned and put it right here. And then this next page here is a reading, and you're determining the possible theme for the story. So we're going to do a couple of these, and then this next page is on Wednesday. So we're going to do 7 and 8. So this one, I want you to read the story about Hobby and think about what he learned in the story. And then here you're going to read about Sarah and how she's in theater, and her and her friend want the same part, and just kind of the lesson that she learns there. And you're going to mark your answer there about what you think that each of those people learned. And here goes my head in the way. All right, once you're done with those two and you get to page 8, go ahead, draft this. And then the rest of your work that you're going to do is in with the Secret of Winter Count chapter 2. You're going to do chapter 2. So in Seesaw, your independent work right here. Open this up. Remember, you're reading and recording. You should be doing a chapter each day. So this was Monday, chapter 1. Chapter 2 is going to be for Tuesday. So page 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, those pages. Stop when you get to chapter 3. So just reading and recording, that's it. And then no small group due to testing. All right, after that, we're going to get into writing. And writing, we're going to start brainstorming with a new prompt. And it's in Seesaw, and it's writing pages 1 and 2. So go find your week 19 writing expository composition. You're going to open this up. And it says to read the information in the box below. So many people have done things to help our world be a better place. It could be someone who is a leader of a country, a teacher at a school, or even someone in your family. So I want you to think about people, the people who have done things to help make our lives better in different ways. Write about someone who has made the world a better place. Explain why you think that person is important. So here, I want you to do some brainstorming about some people throughout history that have really impacted, maybe you personally or just people in the world. And I want you to think. I don't want it to be like a YouTuber or something like that, like someone. They could be alive, they could not be alive, but we're not talking about like, oh my gosh, such and such is so amazing because she teaches me how to do makeup and I can't wait till I can wear makeup. And like, I don't want something silly like that. Like, I want somebody that's like actually like very, I don't want to say any names because I don't want everybody to choose the same person, but I want you to really think about it. Like, who is someone who's really made a difference in the world and made this a better place to live in? And so brainstorm some people, think of some people that you might want to write about, and then you're going to write your central idea. So blank is a person, or blank is someone that has made the world a better place. So put your person's name here so I know who you're writing about. And then you're going to go do page 2. And page 2, you're going to, again, put your person's name here. And then I want you to start brainstorming, and you can do some research on this and make it look real nice. I want you to think about why that person is important. So we need to come up with, you need 2 to 3 reasons. So if you don't use the third, just delete this box. But if you come up with 3, use all the boxes. So reason number 1, my person is important because blank. Reason number 2, another reason my person is important is because blank. 3, you could say the last reason, or another reason, or finally I'd like to, whatever. But you're saying all these different reasons why your person is important. These need to be 3 different things. They cannot be the same reason of why that person is important. They need to be their own separate individual things that you can write 3 different things about, or 2 if you're going with 2. All right. So again, someone who has made the world a better place, then explain why you think that person is important. If the person has a YouTube channel, that's not a person we're picking. Okay. If I don't know who they are and I have to go look up who they are, then that's not what I want. Okay. So I want someone that like is well known, or maybe not well known, maybe just someone who, you think has really made an impact on our world, and they don't have a YouTube channel. Sorry. All right. Draft that when you're done, because we're going to come back to it and keep moving on. Then you're going to go to science. And for science, we don't have any lessons or activities due to map testing. Just keep working on your asynchronous assignments for the day. So I just gave you some extra time here to make sure, because I know reading had a lot in reading. Social studies, there's 2 video links here, and then you've got week 19 Tuesday's pages. And then I want you to do some practice with its and its. So there's a link on Google Classroom. So if you go over here, go to classwork, week 19, its and its practice. You can click on here, and you guys did one similar to this last week, where if you choose the right answer, it lets you go on. If not, you need to correct it. Remember, if you have, let me bring up on my board. If you have its verse its, this one with the apostrophe stands for it is. So if I say it's my birthday, I need that apostrophe there because, make this bigger. I need that apostrophe there because I could say also the same thing, it is my birthday, period. All right. So if you can replace it, and you can replace it with it is, then you have to have that apostrophe there. If not, then you leave it without. So if you cannot, if it like whenever you read it and it sounds silly whenever you say it is in replacement of that, then you need this one right here. Okay, so always if you see the apostrophe, always break it apart and then just plug it in. It's my birthday. It is my birthday. Both of those make sense. So you need the apostrophe. If it doesn't make sense, you do not need the apostrophe. All right, so practice, do those practice for your intervention time under Google Classroom. And then you guys have PE at 2:05, so make sure you are watching the clock for that. And again, make sure you make that adjustment for math that I messed up on. I'll try, if I have time later, I'll try to go in and fix it on each of your papers, but that's going to take me a while. So if I don't get time to do that, please just fix that on your own. And then remember, the boys are going to be doing they're testing at 8. The girls are going to be testing at 11:30. So girls, I want to start at 11:30. So make sure you're logging in by like 11:25. Make sure you eat lunch at 11 so you'll have some food in your belly and be ready to concentrate and do a good job. Overall, you guys did tremendous, really, really awesome jobs. I can't wait to share your information that you did with your math. So just a really, really nice job with your scores there. So really make sure that you show the same kind of growth, and that you show how hard you guys have been working on your reading tests. So we'll plan on that. And that's all I can think of. So I hope you had a great day, and I hope your brain is not too tired from testing from math, and that you get all your work caught up, and we'll be ready to start back normal on Wednesday. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day.